Hi, and welcome to your Curiosity training. My name is Stephen, and today we'll be going through permits. The first thing you'll need to do is log into your portal. Once logged in, you can hover over Building in the upper left corner and select Permits. This will take you over to your main permits page where all of them will be listed. If you'd like to filter through the permits by a specific category, you can choose them from the options above the table. For example, if we want to choose Rejected Permits Only, select that option and it'll display only that category. To remove that filter, simply click on it again to remove it. You can export your permits within the same page by clicking the Export Permits button and then selecting Export. To filter through your permits, you can select the Filters option in the upper right. The options for filtering will be locations, companies, access type, submitted date, and started date. To create a permit, you can click Create in the upper right corner. The first page will be your disclaimer. To move past the disclaimer once read, click on Next. This will bring us to your permit type. If the permit type is access only, you can keep the selected option as yes. If not, click on no to be given the following options. You can select working at height, hot works, or life safety, and these can be selected together. We'll choose working at height for today's video and click on next. This section is your job details. First section will be your access areas. We're going to choose the ground floor for the access area and the location within the ground floor. When you start looking for locations, you can either use the drop down on the right hand side or start typing to bring up the available areas. One thing to note within this section is if an access area or location is not appearing for you, that means it hasn't yet been added into your portal settings. To add it into your portal settings, that will be covered in an additional video, so please review through that video to learn how to do so. Next will be your start date. You can select the date from the calendar. Type in a start time for the permit, then select an end date and an end time. Next will be your reason for the permit. For all of these sections, we do advise to please be as descriptive as possible so the processing of your permit can be quick and smooth for everyone involved. For the purpose of this video, we'll write in test. The next section will be your safety measures and necessary precautions. Again, this is a required section, but for this purpose, we are going to keep it as test. If there are any other details, you can enter them in below and then click on next. This brings us to the applicant details. I'm going to use my own details for this video. And the areas we need are name, contact number, and company name. We'll enter Curiosity for our company name and who we're applying on behalf of. Similar to the page previous, you can either start typing or you can use the drop-down selector on the right-hand side. We'll again use Curiosity, and then we can click on Next. This takes us to the contractor details. The required fields are supervisor name, contact number, company name, and supervisor email. Again, one area to note on this particular section is if the supervisor details entered are not an existing user within the portal, it means the supervisor will be automatically added to the portal using these same details. If the details of the contractor are the same as the applicant, you can use the option Same as Applicant at the top of this page. If there are any other operatives, you can add them in here and ensure that you click the plus icon to have them successfully added. You can add in additional operatives or remove the operatives and then click on Next to move to the following section. Within this is the equipment type being used. You will notice that the further details is not currently required. However, if we select an area such as roof access, we do have to provide a reason for why roof access is required. I'm just going to type in roof access just so it is completing the required sections. And you also notice that if you select other, it will ask for other details of what other equipment is being used. Once entered, you can click on Next to go to the Documents page. There are 2 required documents and 3 optional. The 2 required are your risk assessment and method statement and your public liability certificate. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to upload dummy files into both of these sections so we're allowed to proceed. The following ones are insurance, floor plan, and additional files. Similar to all the other details, the more information that can be provided, the better. So if you have these documents available to you, please make sure to include them in your application. We can then click on Next, and this will take us to the final section, which is the notes. If you have any notes for building management, the contractor, or for security, please enter them into these sections, and again, be as descriptive as possible. Finally, that takes us through to the overview page. Provided all areas are blue with a tick sign, we're ready to go ahead and submit. If any areas are highlighted in red, it will prompt you on the left-hand side to go back to those areas and enter any missing details. Once everything is good to go, we can click on Submit in the lower right, and our permit has been submitted. If you do encounter any issues within the permit section or you have any specific questions on the functionality, you can reach us at support@curiosity.com, and that email address will show up on the following screen. Please make sure to check out our additional videos for building out your portal settings, such as floor, areas, and access.